One. Well, hello, everybody. Look, on behalf of Julie Herring, Wendy Huff, Judy Dinsler, Lisa Powers, and myself, we want to welcome you all to our transition, or I should say our seasonal event here. I'm going to start the PowerPoint real quick, get this thing going for everybody. And again, welcome to our 10-day Autumn Health Harvest event, which will run between November 8th and 18th, 2021. As I wanted to mention to everybody again, what we're going to do is we'll record this in two parts. We'll do the presentation, then we'll shut down the recording, open up everyone's microphone so we can do a nice Q&A, which we'll record as well. But let's get this thing underway. I did want to put a few kind of inspirational quotes up here because I love starting and they tended to relate to the element we're speaking about right now. So I just wanted to share with everybody, close your eyes, imagine the best version of you possible. That's who you really are. Let go of any part of you that doesn't believe it. Start each day with a grateful heart, and every day is another chance to change your life. Okay, we are going to be talking about Sunrider foods today, so I do want to give our little disclaimer. None of the information provided in this presentation is intended to represent a diagnosis or cure of any illness or disease. Julie, can I turn this thing over to you? Would you kind of walk us through the 5 elements?
Absolutely. You know, I've said this before, but it's really important to know that in Western medicine, you know, we're taught that there are 10 major body systems. But in Chinese medicine, it says that there are 5 major systems. They kind of just put them all together, and they call these systems elements. And as you can see from this chart, these elements not only have body organs connected to it, but also these elements relate to seasons, emotions, colors, actions, and electric energy systems called meridians. And all these systems are connected. And when energy is flowing properly in the body, then everything runs smoothly and we feel well. That's what we have, what we call well-being. One of the reasons Sunrider is so special to me is that Dr. Chen has given us the modern day version of these ancient formulas that feed 5 major systems called elements. So we can have the nutrition and energy necessary for living that life that we always seek to, like we hear about life in balance and that sense of well-being. And today we are focusing on the metal element, and that corresponds to the time of the year known as autumn or fall. And the organs related to this element is the lungs and the large intestines. The sense organ, believe it or not, is the nose. The tissue is the skin. And the taste is pungent. I don't know if you've ever felt what pungent is, but you would know the minute you taste it. It kind of just sucks up your mouth like that. The colors are white, and the sounds are crying with the emotion of grieving and sadness. And just saying that makes me sad, right? That's so sad. It is true that fall is a common time for people to get sick. So it probably doesn't surprise you that the lungs and large intestines are the organs associated with this metal element. You know, metal governs our respiration, our breathing. The lungs grasp that breath and the energy in the air, and they just draw it in so our body can use it. It also affects our immune system that protects us from pathogens in the air. The lung meridian opens up in the nose, which is the doorway to our lungs. And we've heard that on the media, right? With all the illnesses that are out there, we've heard that a lot. It is the metal in the earth that allows us to shine, to be brilliant, and to inspire. That's the personality we get from metal. But metal also has a component of being flexibility, as it can be remolded many times. But sometimes when metal gets to be too strong, however, it really becomes rigid. And when our metal element inside us becomes too rigid or strong or out of balance, then we might experience allergies, asthma, wheezing, colds, coughing, grief, sadness, skin. And so these are things that are really affect us, even rashes, eczema, diarrhea, constipation. All of this can be due to either excesses or deficiencies within that lung and large intestine meridians. And actually, one way to counteract this or break down is by eating foods that are color specific. And we're going to learn more about that. And if we eat foods that are color specific to our energetic meridians, we can actually help ourselves. We're going to learn how onions, turnips, cauliflower, egg whites, apples, potatoes, pears, these are all good examples of white foods that can help boost and tonify our energy of the lung and the large meridian. All right. And also, let's talk about the emotion connected to the lungs and large intestines. If you go to that slide that see those little points, all right, is that the emotion is grieving. You know, when we suffer a great loss, whether when someone dies or a relationship breakup or any type of great loss in our life, it can definitely affect our respiratory system. I've heard so many stories of elderly people getting pneumonia right after their spouse had passed away. And this is when we want to give special attention to specialized nutrition to help support our body systems. So in conclusion, remember, metal is the element of the lungs, the large intestine, and the skin. The lungs and large intestine work as a team to keep the body healthy. One gets rid of toxins and waste while the other one brings in nourishment. And the emotion connected to the lungs and large intestines is grief or sorrow. And metal also is associated with communication and workings of the mind, which involve a positive self-image and being happy and caring for ourselves, basically, and others. So when it comes to supporting our lungs and large intestines, especially through autumn, remember to take it easy, take it slow, don't be too rigid, and maintain flexibility. Thank you.
Julie, that's great. Thank you so much. You know, we are going to be talking about Sunrider. So for any new people on the call, or for those that just want a reminder, I just want to spend just a couple of minutes talking briefly about Sunrider and what this company means for me. First of all, Sunrider has been around for close to 40 years, which means it's an extremely stable company. It is not unusual to see companies come and go in this particular industry, but Sunrider's been around for 40 years, and we have a plan that will take us into the next 40 and the next 40 after that. One of the other things I love about this company is it operates in over 50 countries around the world, allowing many of us that choose to want an international business the opportunity to travel, to interact with other cultures, to be involved with other people. And I got to say, that's one of the things I love most about this opportunity, is being able to travel, obviously pre-COVID, but hopefully again sometime soon, just to be around the world and interact with people that have a little bit different experience in life than we have. Coming from the manufacturing background, most of you probably know my background. I came from the pharmaceutical industry. So one of the things that impressed me most about Sunrider is they internally handle all the research, development, and manufacturing. And again, folks, that is critical, because many companies just simply give a third-party manufacturing firm a recipe and say, make my product. That's not the case with Sunrider. I'm going to repeat it again. Sunrider internally handles all the research, development, and manufacturing of over 400 of the world's finest health and beauty products. Everything from whole food nutritionals to cleansing beverages to weight management, sports and fitness, green household, and all natural skincare products. All of them are manufactured right here at our own privately owned manufacturing facility in Los Angeles, California, soon to be duplicated outside of Dallas, Texas. But the important part here is Sunrider handles all of that research, development, and manufacturing in-house. We take full responsibility for everything in terms of the manufacturing process. And we do so very uniquely under what we call our philosophy of regenerations, which is all about nourishing and cleansing to create balance in the body. And there are a number of different ways to explain this, but for me, quite simply, is I know that if I nourish my body with the right combination of whole food nutrition and cleansing beverages, that my body will not only be balanced and it'll act as it was originally designed, but it will also repair, renew, and regenerate naturally, simply because of the foods I'm putting in my body. If I can, Judy, let's turn over to you for a minute and talk to us about some of these great Sunrider foods that are going to be required for our autumn health harvest.
Okay, great. Thank you, Matt. The first one up is Conco. And Julie did such a great job telling us about how the metal element involves the digestive system, the large intestine, and the skin. And so here is the product that feeds all those areas, really, according to our fact sheet from Sunrider. So breathing isn't important, it's really everything. Wouldn't you agree? We have to have air. And the main organ for that, of course, is the lungs. I was happy when I found a picture. It shows the correlation of a tree with your lungs, how the pulmonary capillaries spread out like the leaves of a tree, and even a trunk. And you can picture the trunk down into the large intestines. So just like we take air, the oxygen in, and give off carbon dioxide to the plants, which take in the carbon dioxide and give off the oxygen. So we're actually really a part of that whole cycle with our breathing easy, and we can see how important it is. And when that's out of balance, however, we can feel pretty rough in some ways. But the good thing is when you're balanced in your metal element, you feel like you can do anything. Think of that movie, maybe you saw it, I don't know, it was a long time ago, Unlimited. Are there ever some moments, maybe frequently or less frequently, or sometime in your life where you just really feel like you had it going on? Wouldn't that be wonderful? So that's why Conco is the prime ingredient that we all need to take. Only one bottle is required. And if you're already taking Conco, then you can build on it or increase it. So the areas that will suffer if we don't have Conco are the ones mentioned covered in the metal element. Now, in addition, we also are including quinine. And I think all of us know why, but just to think about it a minute, first of all, choose the kind of quinine you like. Quinine feeds all the 5 systems, including the metal element, but we have to feed all 5. It's very fascinating to me that in Western medicine, obviously anyone with any of those problems that we've already mentioned would immediately choose Conco, as that's what I thought I would have chosen when one of our family members had great difficulty breathing. However, I'm so grateful Wendy forced me to buy a sun pack. And that's because it fed all 5 systems, not just the one for breathing. So we don't want the others to become out of balance. So we're going to increase our Conco in incremental amounts according to whatever your body is telling you to do. But we must have at least 1 serving of quinine a day. And you can choose capsules, or you can choose the powder pack or the liquefied, whatever suits you. But that's a winning combo, the Conco and the quinine. And Wendy's going to tell us about a couple more of the products that we're going to need to use.
Hi. So Evergreen Sunrider's concentrated liquid chlorophyll. It addresses healthy circulation and the digestive system. It's made from dark leafy vegetables, and it makes it a perfect choice for autumn. It strengthens the lining of the gastrointestinal tract. It lubricates your ileocecal valve, and although it's in water-based, it's formulated to become oil-soluble as soon as the stomach acids act upon it. So then it turns into an oil-soluble state, which is its natural form, and that's most absorbable by the body. And that makes it so superior to any other chlorophyll on the market. They don't do that. Evergreen is rich in iron, zinc, and calcium. It provides important minerals, and chlorophyll is the nutrient-rich lifeblood of plants. It's so similar in molecular structure to the hemoglobin in our own bodies, the substance in red blood cells that transports oxygen from the lungs to the body tissues. Evergreen increases alkalinity, helping to counterbalance the intake of all the acidic foods that we're always eating. Disease thrives in an acidic environment, and so Evergreen is so important. It provides antioxidants, enzymes, aiding the digestive system in the breakdown of fats and carbs so they can be used for energy. And so it can be very helpful in a weight loss program and enhancing immunity, and it tastes good. So it's great for the metal element. I'd also like to talk to you about fiber. Smart gummies, they support the intestines. They're soft, chewy, 100% vegan gummies, sweetened with our high quality stevia extract and natural fruit. And they're quite delicious in the mango or strawberry flavor. They have no gelatin. Each serving has 22 grams of dietary fiber. That's 87% of the daily recommended value. Plus, they have B12, D2, and E. So the chicory root fiber contains inulin, and that is a prebiotic fiber that feeds and promotes the growth of healthy gut bacteria. The B12, of course, aids the red blood cells formation and the central nervous system while supporting your mood, energy, mental focus, memory, and immunity. And the vitamin E helps to protect against harmful environmental toxins and helps remove free radicals from our bodies. So nothing artificial. They're called smart because we're smart if we eat them. But we do have a choice here for a fiber product. So there's also Fibertone. So either or can be on the required product. So let me just tell you a little bit about Fibertone. So Fibertone is unlike any of the fiber products on the market, which are usually a single type of fiber. The body requires a balance of many fiber sources. So it could be soluble or insoluble from grain or vegetable fibers, which gently massage the intestinal tract. Dr. Chen said that massage is good for any part of the body, and so here this gives us an intestinal massage. It pulls out acid waste and removes debris or anything which impairs absorption. With no laxatives, it's not habit forming. Instead, it activates the natural peristaltic action and cleansing process of the body rather than forcing it like a laxative. Also, laxatives destroy the friendly bacteria, and Fibertone promotes and supports friendly bacteria, so it's very superior. It helps maintain efficient digestion, improves bowel function, pulls out acid waste, helps stabilize blood sugar. So insoluble fiber aids bulk to stool, moving it through quickly, and that's what you want. If you decide to go with this instead of the smart gummies, then just know you need to start off slowly. Just 1 or 2 capsules a day at first after a big meal is the suggestion. If you feel a little queasy, eat more food with it. Then you can increase with each meal as your body tells you. So either Smart Gummies or Fibertone, great for this season, your choice. Now I'd like to introduce Lisa on D3 and VitaFruit.
Thank you, Wendy. I'm really happy to talk about vitamin D3, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Vitamin D3 is a fat-soluble vitamin that supports bone health, immune function, cell growth, respiratory and colon health, among other things. Vitamin D deficiency is a global health problem, and an estimated 1 billion people suffer from serious vitamin D deficiency, while up to half of the global population doesn't have adequate levels of vitamin D. We're hearing a lot about this in the news. We need to up our D. Well, the problem is that some of us couldn't do vitamin D. I was one. For years, every time I went for my checkup, the one thing they kept finding was how low I was in vitamin D. So every single time I was told that, I would go out and buy a vitamin D, and I tried different ones over and over again. They always made me so sick, I could not use them. And in the past, vitamins always made me sick, so that was no surprise to me. But I was so thrilled when Sunrider, 8 months ago maybe, came up with their own vitamin D3, and I've been doing it ever since. And 2 weeks ago, I had my blood test, went to my doctor, and he said, your vitamin D is super, it's 64, which that's just huge. So I was, that's the first time in years that I've heard that. So yay. I'll just briefly say that the ingredients have safflower oil, which help, it's fatty acids that help the body absorb fat-soluble vitamins such as vitamin D. It's also rich in antioxidant polyphenols. And it also has vitamin E, which is a potent antioxidant that protects against potentially damaging free radicals and supports a healthy immune system. And then the fractionated coconut oil, it is a natural substance that contains medium chain triglycerides, which can be used as an instant energy source or turned into ketones, which provide an alternative energy source for the brain. So some of the things that vitamin D3 help with, as well as bones and teeth, calcium absorption, helps to maintain healthy levels of phosphorus, so, helps the nervous system, supports the nervous system. It says also it helps to improve mood. I'm reading this actually off the Sunrider product fact sheet, so that's very cool to have all this information. So anybody can share with anybody. And also it helps us it replicates the benefits of vitamin D3 derived from sunshine. So I'm always out in the sun. I'm in my yard a lot, in the pool, bike riding. So I was like, why am I so low in vitamin D? But my body wasn't absorbing it. So clearly now I'm fine. So yay again for vitamin D3. The next product is Sunrider Vitafruit, one of my absolute favorites. I've got it here. As I was reading about it again, I threw it in my Fortune Delight. You got to stir it up, and by the way, put it in cold, not hot, because you'll kill vitamin C. So the reason it's in our challenge this time of year is because it's so nutritionally good for the skin, and it's a good source of vitamin A, C, and E, and it's a super juice that increases the nutritional value of whatever you add it to. I did not know that. So it's like our Electrosport. You add it to something, you get more bang for your buck. I will share a thought, remind me at the after class that it also says, but it's not pertinent now, but it's good to know because I did it. Also, the ingredients: sea buckhorn fruit is a plant rich in collagen, facilitating vitamin C, folate, carotenoids, and essential fatty acids that support skin hydration, elasticity, and cellular regeneration. And the monk fruit is a melon that contains antioxidants and vitamins and is a natural low-calorie source of sweetness. And the winter melon is a fruit that contains vitamins and minerals like phosphorus, calcium, riboflavin, iron, thiamine, niacin, and vitamin C. So excellent product all year round, but especially at this time of year, we want to really try it if you haven't, and if you are already using, try using more. And does anybody on the panel have anything else to add regarding the 6 products that we just talked about? No? Okay, then. Next, we have Mac, who's going to talk to us about the K-Pure.
Absolutely, yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is our list of highly recommended products to go along with the required ones. And, you know, as Julie and the others had mentioned early on in the presentation, this is the time of year that, again, is all about, you know, a positive self-image and caring for ourselves and others. And as my wife always reminds me every day, to be happy. And one of the things that I've certainly found to help me in terms of pampering myself is the new Candescent Pure skincare set that was recently released like 2 weeks ago at the San Diego North American Summit. Had a chance to be there, experience it firsthand. And, you know, without going into a lot of detail, everyone, I've never been a big 4-step skincare guy. Okay, I would kind of wash my face in the morning with a beauty bar, gentle cleanser, and in the evening, maybe I would apply a specialty cream. The Youth Emulsion or Refining and Lifting were favorites, but I always thought it would take too much time, too much effort, and too much involvement to actually do one of the 4-step programs. until I discovered this one. And I just got to say, this is one of the most wonderful things that I've come across in a long time. As you might expect, it's 100% vegan. It's ideal for all skin types, skin tones, skin ages. It's pH friendly. It's cruelty free, paraben free, of course. And there are no artificial fragrances. And like you might expect, for those of you that have used the Candescent or the Oilin programs in the past, you know that they are basically 4 basic steps. The first one is to remove all of the oil-based impurities. Well, what I found unusual about this one is it's actually a pure cleansing oil that we use to remove those. Thought it was a little weird at first until I tried it, but I got to tell you, it feels so good. The next step, of course, is what we do to remove the water or the environmental based impurities, things we run into just walking around, pollution, etc., on our skins. That's where it's a cleansing foam comes into play. Again, hadn't used a foam before, but it feels so nice. The next step, of course, is where we reset the skin's pH level before we hydrate. And look, you need to try this for yourself, but this pure beauty water that we have to reset the pH, folks, it has Turkish rose oil in it. And I got to tell you, you spray it on and all you smell is roses in the room. Okay. It is absolutely fantastic. And then of course we hydrate as our 4th step with the hydrating gel cream, which again was a little unusual for me, a gel, but man, I got to tell you, it's so light. It goes on so well. And it's so fast, it's so easy. And I'll coin this again because I did a little video to support it. Even a guy can do these 4 steps in a hurry, okay? So with that, I want to turn back, if I can, to Julie to talk to us a little bit about slim caps and top focus.
Max, somebody just said we have people waiting.
You know, I've admitted everybody in that was in the waiting room, so I'm not sure what more I can do. They're not showing up on my screen as anybody in the waiting room right now. So I apologize. As that's happened, I've been trying to let people in.
Whoever said that, maybe they've got the wrong number, so give them the right number that's on that flyer.
Yeah, because just so you guys know, when somebody shows up in the waiting room, it does show up on my screen. I've been trying to admit people during the presentation, so I sure apologize if we're not getting folks in.
All right.
Julie,
Well,
you're up.
yeah, I'm on. All right. Well, you know, the other day I got an advertisement in my email that really caught my attention. It was a cartoon picture of someone weighing themselves on a scale and they're looking down, but their brain was all red and swollen from inflammation. And their stomach area, intestinal area was all red and large from backup and inflammation. And it was eye-catching, to say the least. But the headlines on the top of the email said, brain inflammation, intestinal inflammation, and weight loss problems all come from the same problem. Too many toxins in the gut. And then it had a second little headline down below and it said, all people want to do anymore is just lose weight, think better, and poo more often. And I have to say, I started laughing, but I concur. That's true. That is really the thing. And you know, it's true. Our gut, when it's overloaded with toxins, our lungs and our brain are affected. And not only that, our whole body is affected. So as an extra product that we want to add is if a person's having that they feel like they really need to do some serious detoxing, we want to talk about slim caps. You know, it's an amazing combination of herbs that help us detox our total visceral organs. So you see, when we start cleansing and we start detoxing, we can have healthier blood, lower cholesterol, circulation, and what a better way to have a healthier heart and lung. And Slim Caps is not a laxative, but it truly is a complex formula, like everything in Sunrider, that helps cleanse and support the liver, kidneys, intestines. And when used in larger amounts, it can be a great colon cleanse. So when you look at the bottle, I've got my bottle right here, you can see that the ingredients in it, like I said before, are complex, but they're not senna. You know, a lot of the laxatives out there today are senna based, and not that senna is bad. This is just a far more complex formula. In fact, when you look up all the different products, ingredients that are in here, and we start searching what the historical use of these ingredients, it's actually really amazing. Like just yen chen wormwood stem, And it says it's beneficial for soothing inflamed intestinal tissues, aiding digestion, promoting circulation of nutrients to the cells, helps alleviate abdominal cramping. Then when we look at Chinese rhubarb root, which is called da huang, and that also strengthens the bowel. It helps produce bile and digestive fluids and improves liver function and colonic action. And it also eliminates waste and toxins from the body. And then when we look at, let's say, aloe vera leaf, that's another one that's in there. It's been shown to have strong antibacterial and antifungal properties against a broad range of microbes. You can see that the bottle comes in 100 capsules, and I'm ready to go with my bottle for the challenge for Slim Caps. Not that I want to brag, but this one actually has the green, if you look at here, the green capsule. So woohoo, I was so excited. I got the chlorophyll. They're having what they call a limited edition. A lot of the products are coming with chlorophyll capsules, so I'm really jazzed about that. So, you know, another product we're featuring today, which is Top Focus, is our new brain boosting formula, which helps support focus, memory, and mental speed. You know, this formula has ginkgo biloba and Chinese club moss. Plus, it has a whole bunch of complex herbal extracts, minerals, amino acids, vitamins, but all of them support the cognitive function when fueling. And it says not only does it support cognitive function, but it fuels multiple neural pathways. So I think that what that means is it helps a lot more than most of the other products. For me, I can feel it. I can feel it when I use it. So it's ideal for work, school, sports, anytime you need to perform at your best. I find this formula very exciting because the reason we're talking about it today is because if somebody's feeling anxious or they're not confident in helping people, they're grieving or they're crying from some type of loss, this product will help you support your focus, your mental clarity and memory, just to be able to function if you're going through any of that. You know, our Sunrider product fact sheet is, Lisa was talking about our fact sheets. They're amazing now. I mean, they really do say a lot. But the one on Top Focus says that this promotes confidence and calm alertness. I love that sentence. I love the word calm alertness because it really, to me, I feel it really does that. And don't we all want to be calm but super alert? You know, so remember, this product is fast acting. You feel sharper in about 15 minutes. It has all natural ingredients, no added stimulants. It's also very important, crash free, jitter free, non-habit forming. So if you haven't tried it yet, we encourage you to do so today. Really, it's so easy to share it with other people as well. And now we're going to hear from Wendy, who's going to talk a little bit about Cali.
Yeah, so Cali, it's a delicious whole food beverage concentrated from several pounds of exotic herbs down to 1 pound of herbal nectar sprayed onto camellia leaves. That's the carrier. Green tea. So green tea is a good prevention for cancer and heart problems. However, green tea contains some caffeine and tannic acid. Because of the addition of the other herbs, Cali is not just a tea, but a whole food formula. It's based on the ancient manuscripts of Chinese research and wisdom. In proper combining each food in Cali complements the other, and weaknesses of any one food are overcome. So Dr. Chen adjusts Cali by adding herbs milligram by milligram to decrease the tannic acid, caffeine, and increase the antioxidants. Isn't that cool? So where coffee and black tea are both acidic, Cali is alkaline and enhances the removal of toxins and wastes and the release of catechins, bioflavonoids, and other potent antioxidants in a way not possible with traditional grinding. And I read that after this process is done, Cali has less caffeine than a carrot. I didn't even know a carrot had any caffeine, but that's what it said. So, and it's 4 times more concentrated than traditional tea. I actually can't handle caffeine. It gives me an erratic heartbeat, but I have no problem with Cali at all. So the original mint or cinnamon are the flavors, but for this season, we're especially encouraging you to try mint because it's good for opening the nasal and sinus passages to promote breathing. And of course, Cali Night's a little different formula, but that promotes relaxation and lifting of the nervous system. So, nervous energy. So that's nice to have maybe before you go to bed. Next, Lisa on New Plus and VitaShake, please.
Thank you. So New Plus is Sunrider's foundation food. It was one of the very first products that Sunrider started with, and it's a whole food product, and it's an easily digested product, so that even babies, well, pretty much most, I think probably all of our products babies can eat, but it's very easy. People actually start their babies after they quit nursing or whatever. They actually make bottles out of the New Plus, so that's how easily assimilated it is. And it's full of essential micronutrients, vitamins, prebiotics, amino acids, omega-3s, bioflavonoids, and antioxidants. And I want to say, you know, they're talking a lot about, we always talk about the other one, not prebiotics, probiotics. And now everybody's talking about prebiotics, and we've had it in New Plus and elsewhere for years. So anyway, just to throw that out there. So the ingredients, Chinese yam, energizes and addresses all our body organs. The foxnut, which is a seed, so if somebody says I can't eat nuts, it's not a nut, it's a seed. It provides protein, fiber, and antioxidants to help prevent free radical damage. Lotus root is a source of fiber that nourishes with an optimal blend of vitamins, minerals, fiber, and phytonutrients, while allowing slow digestion so you feel fuller longer. Soy protein fuels all 9 essential amino acids, omega-3s, and isoflavones. I was going to say, all of our New Plus has the beans in it, the soybean, but if there's a person who doesn't want soybeans, then they want to use the original, which has no beans, okay? And then many people have noticed that New Plus makes them feel sustained. And it also has a feeling of calm, a calming effect on the body. So it keeps that stability. And so some people who are having anxiety will make a drink of it and sip it all day long. So it's really good for that. The VitaShake is basically, it is basically the New Plus, but it has an extra ingredient called FOS, and it's a prebiotic soluble fiber carbohydrate that supports healthy growth of beneficial bacteria in your gut. FOS cannot be absorbed or broken down by the body, and therefore is a great food source for probiotics. So did I say that correctly? I think so. Anyway, so it, and also is very easy to digest and comes in chocolate and strawberry flavors. And so now we're going to talk about the table foods that we work into our seasonal eating. And so the best foods to incorporate at this time of the year are soups versus salads, apples, pears, cherries, grapes, pumpkins, squash, root vegetables, carrot, beets, yams, turnips, nuts and seeds, garlic. And regarding the squashes, Judy was saying the other day that the hard squashes, like the acorn squash, is superior at this time of year. And so next we're going to listen to Judy, and she's going to talk about what's in our future.
Okay, I just want to know if I'm big or am I in the corner?
You're in the corner.
You're looking great.
Okay, all right, then I can much more comfortable as long as I'm in the corner. All right, so I hope everyone will consider joining us for the 10 days, because the more the merrier. We learn from each other, and when you join this group, it doesn't mean that only for 10 days you think about your health, but it is kind of a focus for those 10 days. And when more people join, we get so much good information from everyone. And that's where a lot of the inside info comes out on the Facebook page. So all we have to do to be a part of this, whether you want to be a part of the challenge or not, please incorporate some of these products, some of these ideas. But all that is required to be a part of this challenge is to let your upline know that you're going to do it and have ordered your products. Now that's why we're having this early, October 23rd, so everyone can order and get their products in. But the actual challenge, as Mac brought out, doesn't start till November 8th through the 18th. But so there's plenty of time if you like to order at the end of the month, or you prefer to order at the first. And the highly recommended products are just that, highly recommended. Hopefully most of us are doing U Plus and Cali anyway, but if you can incorporate the others, that's great. The basics, most of us do the basics and do what you can, but it's only the 6 that you have to do. And once that's done, notify your upline, and then they will let you into the Facebook page. It'll be called Autumn Healthy Harvest, surprise. And we'll have it up by November 1st. So once your products are ordered, you can get on the page. We'll start posting early, start, talking about some things. So all of us can just join in with that. Let's see. Oh, also one little segment of it. Some people like we have a points that you get on for daily use and all of that. And it's kind of fun because some people need a reminder. Some people don't total or keep track of their points. Some people like the little nudge to, not competitive, but the nudge to earn points and keep going. So whatever you like, you're welcome to participate in that level of it. And so the products and the point page will be sent out to all those participating. Let me see, have I forgotten anything? November 1st for the page, contact your upline. Someone else on the panel join in. Oh, I forgot one thing. One aspect of it that we like to incorporate is sharing. Now, not all of us are in the Sunrider as a business. We're in it for health. But the interesting thing is you can't help but talk about what you're doing sometimes, or when you discover a new product or you notice something. So we like to have some of the easy ones just to get going on the sharing aspect. So what we've chosen for this go round are the smart gummies. I think that would be a very easy thing to share. We kind of all agreed on that. So you want to maybe have some toothpicks in your purse and some gummies, so you can poke them and give them out, so that everyone feels comfortable that isn't the 10 that your hand has been in. So that's just a little tip to make people take them. And the other thing is, just like last time, the little roller balls for Sunbreeze. That's an excellent way to share Sunbreeze because no one wants to put their hands on your balm or maybe use the same oil bottle. So that makes everyone comfortable, and it's cute, and everyone wants it. And then maybe one Cali that you like, share a Cali. So that's 3 little things that we're going to do, and not to great extent. Just you only have to share gummies with 3 people, Sunbreeze with 3 people, Cali with 1. So it's just to get in the habit of letting people know what's out there to use. Okay, now anybody else have something to add for this?
Great reminders, Judy. Thank you. Anybody else want to jump in?
Great job.
All good. I just wanted to reflect back real quick on the last late summer challenge or transition challenge we went through. And Judy, for me, I know one of the things I liked the most about it was checking that Facebook page every day, seeing what people had posted. Yes. It was a way not only to be sharing our recipes, our ideas, our thoughts, our unboxing videos of our products that we're going to be ordering, hint, hint, folks, etc. Wonderful things. And what came out of it for me too was getting to know various people in the group better than I ever had before. It was a way to share, again, getting to know each other. And again, I encourage you all, please, get on that Facebook page as of November 1st. It will be open by them. don't be afraid to post. Tim, you and I have laughed about this many times, right? I mean, there's never a reason not to post because no one judges us. We're sharing, we're giving information to the group, and there always is somebody that needs to hear what we're sharing, okay? So let's please do that. Again, this thing starts, as Judy said, November 8th through the 18th. But as we always do, the season lasts a little bit longer. So the challenge may be the 10 days. But again, folks, this is a group that we can stick together with and continue posting through the month of November into December as well. So I'm just excited about this thing to get going. I'll do my own little unboxing video here in the next week and get it up on the page. So I hope you guys do the same. And to the panel, before we close this section, any other last minute comments from anybody?
Yeah, it was great.
Going once, going twice. Okay, I'm going to end the slideshow. We are going to stop the share. I am going to stop the recording.